Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 4 of the Alex and Kevin Show, Scandals and Transcendence. I'm your host, Alex Bozanovsky.
And I am Kevin Earthman. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, bro. I'm doing great. How are you?
Not bad.
Good. Oh, what a crazy, crazy week in the markets, man. We almost hit 20,000 on the Dow.
Yeah, I think they should have just did something to push it.
Well, you know, it's interesting. There's something called in technical analysis called resistance and support levels. It's like an artificial ceiling and floor. And every time it would go to 19,960, it would come down. Hit it, come down. Hit it, come down. And that's how you set up in your mind, okay, it's hitting resistance. And once it breaks through that, it goes into a floor or support level. But we're not at 20,000 yet. I think we're going to get there next week.
I hope so. You got 2 weeks left to close it out.
Well, we're going to have what's called a Santa Claus rally next week. So that might push it. But historically, every time the week before Christmas, the market takes off. So let's see what happens. Speaking of Trump, since this
yes, the man of the hour.
Since this is called the Trump rally, I figured we'd talk about tonight, as I saw something interesting in the news today, that Herr President, Mr. Obama, decides to blame Mr. Putin for hacking the election. I think they're just being desperate. I mean, could there be truth to the matter? Possibly.
I mean, the way I feel about it, if the Russians really wanted to hack us, they would have done it years ago.
It's a proven fact that we all hack each other every day. You know, sometimes I can hack up a lung. I can hack out a fart, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. The Russians, I mean, if they really wanted to do it, why wouldn't they have done it back in, 08 or 12?
Maybe they
Why
have.
not then?
Maybe they have. Who knows? But, like Trump said, this is the same CIA who told you about Iraq. This is the same CIA who told you about Syria. These are people you can trust.
I don't trust Syria as far as I can throw them.
Yeah.
And I can't throw a country, so I don't trust them.
Well, you know, I can eat them. And the reason why I say that is in my language, which is Macedonian, Syria reminds me of Sidense, which is cheese. So let's go over to the Middle East and have some cheese.
Ugh.
Yeah.
No cheese there I'd want.
Yeah. Well, except for cutting the cheese, but anyway.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, it's very disconcerting. I mean, I know the electoral votes have to go in, on the 19th, which is Monday.
Yeah, I just don't see how they're going to be able to sway any of them to change, if it's even possible legally or whatever, but I just can't see it happening.
Oh,
I think the American people are sick and tired of being told the same rhetoric over and over and over again.
I agree. I totally agree with you. And that's why, I mean, you see these jobs numbers, you see all these figures, and you think it's absolutely wonderful. But the fact of the matter is, all these jobs created since the economic crisis bottomed out and started to come back up, they're shit jobs.
I find interesting too. I remember I can't remember how long ago, but I remember us talking about, are we ready for, a non-politician to take over the country?
Oh yeah, I've been telling you for years.
And I mean, I've asked you, you've brought it up yourself, and I just, like, we always came to the same conclusion. Like, if it's going to be somebody, it's got to be a successful businessman that can run the country like a business, not a politician that's going to feed his special interests and shit like that.
I totally agree with you. And the thing is when you look at it, I've always said to you for I don't know how many decades that we need this country to be run by economists, not lawyers. Because this country, any country should be run like a business. You got to know how much you're taking in and how much you're giving out. It's that
We've
simple.
given everything out.
I know.
Jobs, money, debt.
Oh, and I just found out that the Japanese now own the majority of our debt instead of the Chinese. It just flipped.
So the Chinese sold sold our debt to the Japanese.
No, they just bought less than the Japanese did.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know. I think maybe the American people are finally starting to wisen up. I mean,
Sure.
like we said a couple episodes ago, wherever it was that 200 something years ago, George Washington, all those guys
God,
knew then that we weren't smart enough to decide our own president. But now you think about it, though, people say, "Oh well, the country's more populated." Blah 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 blah. If you look at the popular map, theoretically speaking, all you gotta do is campaign in 2 or 3 cities.
the popular map was all red like a period, was it not? This past election.
Yeah, but look at New York City,
Mm-hmm.
California. Clinton, she won what? 2 or 3 major cities,
Well,
and she had how much of the popular vote?
right. Well, technically speaking, okay, big cities always lean Democratic. I don't know why.
Of course, because the money.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Back in 90, 98, 99, when they ended up moving to New York because she wanted to be senator.
Oh, and Chappaqua. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm going to move to upstate New York and blah, blah, blah. Come on, upstate? Come on, you're what? 15 miles north of New York City? Kiss my ass.
Yeah. Listen, I got nothing against New York City. I love it. Beautiful place.
No, nothing against New York City, but if you're going to call upstate New York, get that shit right. That's up here.
Exactly.
Not that shit, not down there. That's not upstate.
It's downstate New York, or technically, it should be the 51st state, because the taxes that not we, since I don't live there anymore, but the taxes that you guys pay in Rochester go down to New York.
Yep. That's
And-
sad.
And mind you, again, not knocking New York City. Hey, it's the home of my home, Wall Street. I mean, I can't say anything bad about it. But the point is the rest of the state pays for them. Including the island. And it's it should be distributed a little more evenly, shall we say?
I mean, you think about, too, every time Albany says, oh, we're going to give a grant to Buffalo, we're going to give a grant to Syracuse to repair this, fix that, fix this.
What about Rochester?
Where's our money to fix to rebuild the War Memorial and get us a new arena downtown?
Because we have dysfunctional leadership who destroyed any confidence, Fast Ferry, the pay
No, get it right. Fast Ferry. Fast Ferry.
The Paytech Park building, or Paytech, whatever it was.
Paytech Park, yeah, that should have been in Gates on Long Pond in Greece, wherever it was.
Yeah.
That's where that stadium should have been.
Or no, was it the Paytech offices? Remember?
Oh, the offices, yeah, that was a failure too.
Where were they supposed to go in the? What's that mall they closed? Midtown, right?
They're supposed to go Midtown. That like everything else in this city, it fails.
Why? I tell you why. The politicians up there act like it's a big city when it's actually teeny.
Yeah, you can't change it, unfortunately.
Where we live in Marietta here, okay, it's got the same populace as Rochester. But it feels a lot more dense because there's more traffic and there's, but they don't act like a big city. It just is what it is, And until we get a mayor up there that's got a set of balls, all right, and can learn to handle the city like it's supposed to be, I think then they'll get the respect of Albany.
Nah, our mayor is just concerned about hiring her family to drive her around, speed, get caught, crap like
I
that.
remember that. And when did she get out of the office?
Not soon enough for me.
Yeah, I know. It's a disgrace because Rochester really is a nice place to live. I miss it.
Other sucks sometimes, but
Well, I'm sitting here in a t-shirt. It's like 60 degrees. I mean, I can't complain.
yeah, no doubt. Nah, it's just like the whole photonics thing. Like they promised, oh, we're gonna bring, I don't know how many thousands of jobs. They said.
How about Google and Intel were supposed to come? Remember, or Microsoft?
Oh no, yeah, Google was supposed to put a building in. Oh, was it Avon?
Oh,
But relatively close enough to here.
yeah. Well,
And that was supposed to bring. I can't remember how many jobs they said, but more important than the jobs, it was supposed to bring fiber, giving us that third competitor,
yeah. Fiber one.
which would have basically kicked the crap out of Frontier and forced Time Warner to step their game up.
Well, it's just like here. We have FiOS, which used to be under the auspices of Verizon, and it's beautiful. I mean, I got symmetrical 150 megabit internet. It's great, you know. Which now, ironically, to you Rochesterians, Frontier does exist outside of Rochester, and it's here. So is Time Warner. So talk about a Rochester flashback. I mean, you come here,
And Salino and Barnes.
Salino and Barnes too. Yeah, I see them on TV all the time. They're all over the place.
That's funny.
Yeah, so it's just like, I never left. Right? You get a Frontier bill, you get a Time Warner bill. It's the same thing. It's crazy.
It's weird.
It's crazy. But, yeah, I mean, that's another scandal. It's like this whole Fast Ferry, the Paytech building, the companies that were supposed to come. And it's sad because Rochester has some of the most amazing colleges and universities in the world. And they can't keep the people there.
Well, look how much of a failure the thing out there by RAT College Town.
I don't remember
How
that.
many-
Maybe I left.
Oh no. Like they got it there now, but no, I think there's like 4 or 5 businesses that, like little mom and pop shops, whatever, that open up there to support the college kids and stuff. I think 3 or 4 of those ended up turning down and closing up.
Yeah, jeez.
I can't remember the details. This is recently too. I don't remember the details on it, but I know they were losing 3 or 4 shops at a time for a little bit there.
Wow.
I want to say it was like in the summertime, but I mean, it's just, Mayor Johnson, oh, we got to build a fast ferry, and we're going to make Toronto build a port. Yeah, well, guess who footed that bill? Us.
Yep.
Why? Because Toronto's mayor said, screw you. You want to build a port? Build it yourself and pay for it. You don't need it. We're not coming to you. You're coming to us.
Yeah, and they're going to pass through just to go to New York? Think about it.
Yeah.
It's going to shave off.
The only reason why they're going to stay here is to visit family if they have it here. That's it. Good idea, just not the right city.
Poor, yeah. Yep.
Then what they do the first day they opened, they crashed it.
Oh, yeah!
I think they
yeah.
crashed it before they got here, too, didn't they? In the canal or something?
Yep.
Or in
The St. Lawrence Seaway, was
the
it?
St. Lawrence River or Seaway or something up there, right?
Yep.
They crashed it before it got here docking. I think I crashed here like within a week or two.
Welcome to this
It's like only us.
Welcome to
Only this city can do something like that,
Yeah. Welcome to this functional ferry building. I'm your host.
Yeah. I think that's just like, it's like, that's who we are. You give us a nice shiny toy, we'll scratch and dent it quick.
Yep. It's just a shame because we do have a lot of people who are technologically savvy up there who leave. There's no money.
Let's start keeping
jobs.
here. There's no Google. There's no real high tech businesses that keep them here.
You know what we should do in that college town, man? Let me know. We'll set up a vape shop.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's one there right now.
I'm sure real estate would be awfully cheap. Yeah.
Nah, it's just sad, you know. It's the tagline of the city, man.
Yep.
Think big, get rejected.
Basically. But it,
That's a burp.
hold on. It said I gotta segue this. Uh, Alexa, open belch me. Yes, this is an Amazon Echo. Okay. Alexa, ask for a fart. Yeah. I mean, as far as talking about technology, it's a wonderful piece. If I were to say, Alexa, read me a story.
Getting your book from Audible. Resuming Flash Boys. A Wall Street Revolt by Michael Lewis. Read by Dylan Baker.
A man got to have a code.
Alexa, stop.
Omar Lip.
So yeah, it's awesome. You know, I got the Echo Dot, which is the miniature version of the thing.
Sweet.
It works just as good. I mean, I can control the thermostat. If I had automated lighting, I can control the lights. Ask it to burp and fart. What more do you want? But as you know, I've always embraced technology, and seeing how Rochester has the U of R, has RIT, access to Cornell. I mean, they got some wonderful schools that can lead the world in research to find new things and do new things, but they're not.
You know, the sad part is, you think about it, we have, 6 Ivy League colleges in this country?
Yeah,
And we got one an hour and a half from here.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I went to Roberts for 2 degrees. I love that place.
And you think about how many cities in the country, and we've got an Ivy League school an hour and a half from us.
And you can sneeze and you're there, yeah.
Just, I don't know. I just sucks.
It
That-
does. It does.
The things we should have, and the things this city should be doing.
I think I should go for mayor.
Hey, anybody can do it.
I'd bring you in. All right. Got an allergy? Sure.
Oh yeah, that'd be the first thing I did. See ya.
What about the employees? They'll work in the city with us.
Yeah.
You know, I have such an affinity for Rochester because I was born there, and Strong saved my life. If it wasn't for Strong back in '78, I wouldn't be here today. And it's sad to see what happened. I mean, when my parents emigrated, they went to Los Angeles first, okay? And they struggled there. And so one summer, they drove to Rochester. Mom was pregnant with me, and saw some of the Macedonian contingent over there. And my father just walked in the father and got a job.
Yeah.
My mother walked
Those
in.
days are gone, man.
My mother walked in Bau Shalom, got a job off the street. Kodak.
And can you imagine how much better our generation would be if we were born about
30 years ago. Well,
yeah.
if we were
No, 10 or 15 years earlier.
yeah,
Or even if we had the luck of, people who were born about 10 or 15 years before us, but at our time. the walk-in jobs and everything, man. It's just,
I would love to be my age now in the 80s. With
Oh, I think everybody says that.
with my expertise and knowledge, and with your expertise and knowledge.
Dude, I wouldn't need any expertise and knowledge. All I would need is to go back to the Mike Tyson Buster Douglas fight. Take all the money I have in my bank account now, put it on Buster Douglas to beat Mike Tyson. I'd be a trillionaire. Well, not a trillionaire, but
Yeah,
wealthy beyond my means.
Yeah, and I'd invest it for you. But
Yeah, I mean, think about it though. I don't even know what the hell the odds were, but
yeah, they must have been huge.
astronomical. I mean, even if you bet $1, you probably would have got like 300 or 400 because the guy had no chance.
Yeah, and if you think about it, the crash of '87 on October 19th. If I knew then, well, I don't know, I would have gone short the day before, and rode the wave down, and then the next day, kept going short, and then bought in. But what's going short is you're selling a stock before you own it, so expecting the price to go down. Can you imagine? Okay, let's go back to this election. The Dow futures were down 900 points. 900 points when they said Trump was leading. Somebody made a serious fucking penny. And I know who.
Yeah.
And I know who.
Who's that?
George Soros. You ever heard of George Soros?
I think you talked about him before, yeah.
He's this quote-unquote investor guy who wants to basically control the world. And he made a killing. What? You don't think during 9/11 the Bin Ladens weren't in the market going short? They said it.
That's a scary thought. I thought it was probably the Clintons' money that he used.
But it didn't taste so good, though, did it?
No. Nothing tastes as good as an intern. According to Bill.
Or a spouse with a dick, but anyway. Hey, we should ask him. Let me get my prop. We should ask Obama if it looks like this.
Let's go watch that clip on Ellen, I'll tell you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, excuse me, but anyway. Yeah, it's, if you notice all these scandals, everything revolves around money, the markets, manipulation. You know. Oh, speaking of which, guess what stock price I looked up today?
Corning.
No, not Corning.
Damn. Berkshire Hathaway.
Yep, the class $248,000 a share.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that company never split. Never split the stock. Now they got the Class Bs that are split and they're much cheaper, but they're still around 1,000. But still, 248 grand. Imagine it. And you have to buy 100 shares minimum.
Ooh. That's what, 2.4 billion?
Let's say 2 zeros after it. So 248,000, 10, 24 million.
24 million, yeah.
Yep.
Damn.
Yep.
Ooh.
Mr. Buffett's making a shitload of money.
Yeah, they should just use his money to wipe out the the debt.
Put him and Bill Gates together, you could do it.
So why don't we? Or why don't they?
I don't know. I'm just a nerd.
Well, Windows 98 was typing much faster.
Fucking Windows 98.
I remember those days. You know, I remember I was on the beta team for 95. And I was testing it for about a year before it actually came out. And I don't know if you saw it or not. I don't know if I showed it to you. But I had a hand-signed letter from Bill Gates.
Oh, yeah, you did show me that letter, yeah.
And it was cool. And I got a free copy of Windows 95 when it came out. I still got the original beta discs.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I remember beta testing Windows XP when that came out for beta.
Yeah,
That's pretty awesome.
Did we do Vista too or no?
No. Just XP I did.
You remember when
It's still awesome to be on it early though.
Remember when we used to get them for free?
I have no idea what you're talking about. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Getting Office. You know what? We're past that now since I got a subscription to Office 365 and we get Windows anyway for free ostensibly now these days. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But, what the hell? I mean, I remember when I got my gateway computer, my P590, which was a beast. They gave you Office, but it was a $400 option with other machines, and I'm like, for what?
Well, yeah, even the freaking operating system's costing, what, 100 and... That depends on the version you get, but... I mean, just the price ranges they have is crazy. It's like, oh my god.
Well, if you look at what
I mean,
Apple...
granted, you need it, but...
If you look at what Apple did, they said, we're not going to charge anymore for OS X. It's free. Because you're buying the hardware.
Yeah, you're paying big time for the hardware.
Yeah. So now, I mean, my computer is getting a little bit long in the tooth. It can't run Sierra, which is the new version. But up until that point, every time a new revisions come out, it's available. Get it. Boom, done. I mean, that's how it should be. The OS is the segue for other products.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, let's face it, Vista was just a dog.
Ugh.
Windows
7 or 8. Bleh.
7 was good.
Yeah, 8 was an anomaly.
Mm-hmm. 10, I'm still not sold on 10 yet.
I'd say 10, 10 is like closer to Vista than... I mean, it definitely erased the stigma of 8. And got rid of that bad aftertaste,
Well, the intent of Windows 8 was a good one.
Oh, the mobile and...
To get, so you could pick and choose. But the thing is what I would have wished Microsoft would have done is said, okay, this is a laptop. This laptop does not have a touchscreen. We have to install a desktop part of it.
Yep.
This laptop has a touchscreen. We can make it.
And it's all software that's controlled by 1 or a 0.
Dude, it's all binary.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's controlled by 1s and 0s. Yeah. It's just
on or
software.
off.
The little piece of code you put in the software to realize, okay, touchscreen, no touchscreen. Laptop, not laptop. Mobile device, not mobile device.
Right. Shiza or isn't it Shiza?
I remember a coworker of mine gave me her laptop to work on it, and she's like, I forgot what it was, like spyware or something was on there. And
was this the one with 30,000 viruses?
No. This is somebody else, someone way more responsible. But like I said, what version of Windows does it have? She's like, I think it has 8. I'm like, oh. She goes, yeah, She goes, it's so bad I don't even use this laptop. And she basically said, I won't until something else comes out. I'm like, oh, how bad can it be? Now at that point I had never even experienced 8, but I remember I'm like, okay, no promises, and if I can't fix it, I'm not going to charge you squat for it. But I'm just warning you, it's bad. I'm like, okay, no, up to that point I've heard about how bad it was, but oh my sweet baby Jesus, I turned that thing on. No start menu. Like, oh my god, it's true, there's no start button. And like, you had to use the mouse cursor or the something to like swipe the screen to the right. And it's like, what the hell are they doing? Like, how?
Yeah.
Why does every major company lose their way on their core product?
Well, yeah, I mean, we got.
How does it happen? I don't understand. Like, why do you reinvent something that doesn't need to be reinvented?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't see someone who made the first wheel be like, hey, let's try to make this thing square. Or let's add more sides to it. No, it's round. That's what it's going to be. Like, decisions like that, I just wonder, like, how's this guy keep his job?
Yeah, you're right. And, that's why Kodak lost their way. Xerox came back. Xerox ain't doing too bad.
Yeah, Kodak makes me laugh. Now they're coming out with a smartphone. Yeah, a little bit too late for that. Missed the boat.
Wow.
Yeah, they want to get in the smartphone. Oh, not only is this going to be a smartphone, but it's going to be a camera, primarily a camera with a smartphone built in. It's like,
That's been around since who knows how long. I've seen.
okay, but you're still late to the party. I mean, what's next? You're going to come out with let's see,
You know what would be
a memory cardless phone. I mean, I'm just trying to think of something off the top of my head, but
You know what would be an amazing product? Go back to the roots. Come out with a 4K plus level film where they can take a picture with a regular camera, but the resolution will be stunning.
oh yeah,
Because film has its place.
I mean, hey, just to think, 30 years ago, the only printers we had were dot matrix. And who would think 30 years later,
They're still
in
around.
some instances, we still have them, we still need them.
Yep, for triplicate forms, yep.
Yep.
Nothing beats a good laser, though. Especially when a little light's blinking and we gotta rip the whole thing apart to figure out. Oh, those were the days. But
I do miss dot matrix, making sure the holes on the side of the paper are lined up with the little spool.
yeah. You know what? Believe it or not, that actually made it easy because our whole paper would come out, our report, project, whatever, and they just rip the perforation, and then you tear it apart, take the little things off the sides, staple it, and you're done. You don't gotta
Yeah.
you don't gotta worry about having paper fly out now. With some of these printers.
Huh.
Yeah, and it was simple. It was simple. Loud as hell, annoying after a while, but simple. Hold on, wait a minute. I think I might give you a print in a second.
That's some output.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I don't know, man. These Russian hackers, I don't think they had nothing to do with it.
I don't either. I mean,
I think the Democrats are just flying around trying to blame anyone they can freaking blame.
because they're what? Sore losers.
Sore losers. You know what this reminds me of? The little brother effect.
Ah, yes, it does.
And for pretty much anyone who probably doesn't think about what that means, it's like, me, for an example, hanging out with my older brother and all his friends when they would come over and, for example, they'd be making fun of each other and I would, oh, they got you really good. Oh, this person's turn to get made fun of. That person's turn to get made fun of. Well, it was my turn to get made fun of by everybody. Oh, this isn't funny anymore. I'm out of here. Bye. It's like, no, wait a minute. You're okay with laughing at this person. You're okay with laughing at that person. You're okay laughing at that one. You're okay laughing at your brother. But now it's time for us to make fun of you for a few seconds, and now it's not okay? No. If you're going to laugh at everybody else, you got to sit there and take it. I think that's what happened. Democrats got spoiled.
Well, it's like
They're sore losers, and now they want to take their ball and go home. And except instead of going home, they're sticking around when they shouldn't be.
it's like what Robert Schimmel said. Take it all.
Yeah. It's sad. I mean,
It
you
is
lost.
sad. That's it. Accept it.
Take it.
Yep. Come back in 4 years.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's crazy, and these protesters. And here in Los Angeles, they pulled the whole middle school out of classes, bust them over to protest.
You know what makes me laugh is, and I'm going to be very just raw about it, these pussies who need their safe rooms because of the election results. I think I want my safe room. Fuck you.
What's
You fucking millennials.
safe room? What?
Because they couldn't handle the fact that Hillary Clinton lost. all these pansy ass pussy bitches that are being raised nowadays, their feelings were hurt, so they had to go into a safe room, into school to expel their feelings because they didn't like the results of the election. Well, you know what? Who fucking who?
Wait a minute. Hold on. Alexa, ask for a fart. I'll give you something to expel.
Just say, Alexa, ask for a fart.
Alexa, ask for a fart. No, that's something to expel.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, they have these like I'm not even sure if that's the right name of the room they're called, but they had these like little bitch rooms. It's called what is bitch room. Clinton didn't win.
Did it have rubber walls?
It may as well have. Dude, I've seen snowflakes falling out of the sky tougher than these kids in this generation, man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
This, I don't know what the hell is going on.
Well, you
Why
know
they're so soft.
You know why? It's the entitlement generation, where people expect to be handed everything and not earn it.
I'll show you what this generation's missing. I will be right back for the people on YouTube. I'm sorry, but I was not prepared for this one, but...
Uh-oh.
Where is it? See, back in my day, I didn't have anywhere to run and cry. Because this hadn't met me on my ass cheek yet.
Yep.
And when we acted up, get back here,
Yep.
and guess what? We didn't run, we didn't cry, and we didn't bitch.
Nope.
And we didn't call the cops because our parents assaulted us. We fucked up.
I agree.
And I'll tell you what, man, I told you this before. I remember after my brother joined the Navy, how pissed I was. You know, essentially at the world, yada, yada, yada. And it really culminated one day when I think my father and I were home alone, and our dog Max was biting his shoelace or something because he was trying to throw out the trash or something. So I'm in the basement, and you know he's like, "Damn it, you bite my foot, I'm gonna kick you in the face." And I'm downstairs. I'm like, "You kick that dog in the face, I'm gonna kick you in the fucking nuts." My father, "What the hell did you say?" And like a stupid 16, 15-year-old kid, dumbly repeating myself, "I said you kick that dog in the face, I'm gonna kick you in the nuts." What'd you say? You kick him in the face, I'm gonna kick you in the nuts. And he's squeezing harder and harder, and like an idiot, here I am going down farther. And I'm finally like this on my knee, I'm like, "You kick him in the face, I'm gonna kick you in the nuts." There, I think you learned a lesson. And then you walk back upstairs and I'm like, wow, I'm fucking stupid.
Yeah. I mean...
Do I hold resentment to my father? No. I was a freaking dumbass.
Yeah. I mean, you know, we all make...
Did I go call the cops when my father assaulted me? No. I was a dumbass.
No, we all make mistakes and we all learn from them, right? Even today. You know, I'm not
Oh,
perfect.
yeah.
I'm not perfect. You know, we all make mistakes.
Yeah. I mean, just, you know, my parents never hit us without reason. Usually with warning, like, you know, how many times am I going to yell at you before?
You know what? I mouthed off at my mom once. And I got a bloody lip for it. Never did it again.
Exactly.
I learned to properly articulate how I feel. And to tell her, "Mom, I'm upset because da-da-da-da-da-da." You know, and then we talk about it.
Yeah. It's, I don't know, man. Just unbelievable how these kids think. Like, if you even lay a hand on them, I'm gonna call the cops. Really?
I can see the cop. Yeah? What's the problem?
My mom hit me. My father.
Your See the
Bitch,
car.
you probably needed it.
Basically.
And there have been times where, I've seen videos on YouTube where the kids call the cop on his parents, and the cop comes and is like, "So your mom hit you?" "Yeah, my mom hit me. Do something. You need to arrest her." And he's like, "And what did you do for her to hit you?" "Oh, I did this." And then he goes, "So you laid your hand on your mom, and she did the same thing to you, and you think it's okay not to do that?" "No, she has no right to do that." And he's like, "You really think you have a right to lay a hand on your mom for anything but love or compassion?" Cop walked away. "I'm gonna have you arrested for not arresting my mom." He's like, well, I advise you don't put your hand on your mom again unless it's to give her a hug or a high five or a show of compassion, because I'm not gonna come back to this house for that."
Oh, sure. They'll note it, too. Do they know?
Oh yeah, but it's just, I just can't believe how one person, like the lady who sued McDonald's because the coffee burned her lap.
Yeah.
Hey, who put scalding hot coffee in their crotch
Besides me, nobody.
in a car, no less.
How about the lady that when we were going to school was putting mascara on in traffic?
Yeah, I mean, come on, you just bought a freaking scalding hot cup of coffee in the drive-thru of McDonald's, and because that thing didn't say it was hot, you didn't know? Come on.
It's a cup of coffee. Coffee's hot.
Exactly.
Unless you get a Frappuccino Mocha Latte hemorrhoidal infusion.
A maca pichu poo poo. But I mean, come on, who doesn't know coffee's hot? And she won. That's the best part, because these companies don't want to deal with it, so they just
Settle.
throw the money at them. And I wouldn't settle. Like, no, this chick is stupid. I mean, could I sue Coke because it has aluminum on it and the thing here cut my... Hey, there's no warning on this can that says this edge is sharp. But if I cut my tongue on it...
Well, how about some of these warning labels on the thing? Like in the lawnmowers. Do not put your hands in the chute. Really?
You know why?
Somebody's done it.
Somebody's done it.
And I know one person who has. Who shall remain nameless.
But, yeah, I mean, what if I was to cut my tongue on this little thing over here? Can I sue Coke? Because there's no warning sign on here that says this thing is sharp.
I'm looking. No,
There's
isn't.
not. I guarantee it.
No.
You know why?
Why?
Because nobody stuck their fucking tongue in it.
I have.
Uh. Unless I'm practicing my technique here, but I'm not that dumb. I'm gonna do that on a plastic bear or something, or a Barbie doll or something. I almost bent over like a dog, but I ain't touching that.
Oh God!
But, I mean, come on. I mean, how stupid can you be? It's just plain idiotic. I'm assuming McDonald's, because that was that one lady on the radio. They didn't have the chicken nuggets or something. No, I'm suing McDonald's because no chicken nuggets. Go piss off.
Well, it's like this e-liquid. Now, obviously, we vape it. You wouldn't want to drink it.
I do believe it says do not ingest.
Let's see, warning: this product. Keep iteration not approved for sale to minors. Yeah, back in the day, early on, it used to say do not drink. Let me see the other bottles. Some of them might say, I don't know. With these new warning labels, it kind of sucks.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, common sense.
Oh, blueberry waffle. That sounds interesting.
Spicy blueberry waffle?
Yeah.
I think I had that in one of my boxes.
It doesn't look like this, does it?
I don't know. I have to dig through the 10 I still have. But, yeah, man. And this is a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Yep. Everything's a lawsuit waiting to happen. I mean, okay, let's take a technology. How about the Samsung Note 7 there, the battery bomb? Okay, listen. I don't know if I told you a couple days ago when my phone swelled up. Here's the battery.
Oh,
You can see how it's not flat, and you can see it's all wrinkled.
yeah, it's all crinkly. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was ballooned. You know, I took it to the phone shop. You know, and it's good as new.
Beautiful.
$240 later, I got new glass on both sides and new battery. It works well.
Something like that. The company should just eat the cost and do it for free, man. I mean,
Well, because my phone was cracked, they didn't do it.
yeah, but it wasn't cracked before because the battery exploded. So
I know, but they can say one led to the other. But whatever, it's fixed now. So
right, but the battery exploding is totally irrelevant to the screen cracking. I mean, okay, so the screen's cracked. Okay,
yeah, that pissed me
but you
off.
gotta pay for the battery because the battery exploded. The screen
Well-
cracking had nothing to do with the battery.
Well, that's why I had the guy give it to me because I want to send it to them and they can reimburse me for that cost.
Yeah, I mean that shouldn't even have to happen. That should just be them eating the cost and them getting reimbursed by Samsung. I mean, I don't know, that's the way I see it, but
Yeah, I was quite scared when what happened. I never knew. I grabbed my phone and I get my thumb on this side and my finger, and I felt like a little lip, and I go, huh, and I look at it. I go, oh my God, the back's coming off. So I
so it's almost like somebody pried it open without prying it open, then, like just
Yeah.
basically separated it.
Yeah, right. And I'm like, huh. And my first thought was battery. So I went to, T-Mobile, my carrier, the store here on the corner. And he goes, yeah, it's a battery, but he goes, because if it wasn't cracked, I could get a warranty claim in. Okay. But because it's cracked, I can't.
Yeah, but the cracked screen has nothing to do with the battery.
That's what he goes, listen, he goes, I understand that. But he goes, that's just protocol. So he goes, go to this place. And he goes, oh, by the way, they're the cheapest, and they are, because most places wanted $400 to do it. And if that were the case, I would have bought a new phone. But these guys did it for $240.
Yeah, I just can't see how a company can get away with that. I mean, I could see if you had to pay for the screen, but the battery is
Yeah.
has nothing to do with it.
And that's what Samsung said. Oh, we're not doing warranty repairs now. And I'm like, what?
Are they afraid of losing money?
So in order for me to get a warranty claim, I had to drive all the way to Los Angeles, to the Best Buy in Los Angeles, which has their Samsung Center in it, to get my phone fixed. It's a 160-mile round trip. Not doing it.
That's not viable either. But the point is, they're not doing warranty repairs or whatever. Why? What are they scared of?
They got hammered on this Note 7 recall. I mean, absolutely.
Not your problem. That's not a Note 7.
Nope. It's an Edge. But, I mean, the OS...
And now the fact that thing blew up like that, shouldn't that warrant them looking into their edges to make sure it's not the same thing?
That's what I told them. And I'm going to send the battery, if not for nothing else, to look into it. Because this could be a catastrophic failure.
Yeah.
It's sitting here with all my broadcasting equipment. If that thing goes up, I lose thousands in broadcasting equipment.
No, forget the broadcasting equipment. The fact that it's sitting on hardwood
Yeah.
in a room with looks like carpet,
Yep.
cloth, drapes.
Yep.
That's instant flames, man. Bye-bye computer. Obviously everything else, but
Yep. Yeah, it's crazy, Beautifully designed product, beautiful OS. I actually really got used to Android and how it works. It's great. But you know what it is? Doesn't matter what company it is. They're making these phones thinner and thinner and thinner. And consequently, they're making these batteries thinner, thinner, and thinner. So now the chemistry has to be squeezed. So the slightest little anomaly in the phone or charging, and up it goes. I mean, look, you can see that bulge.
yeah, you can hear it like squishy too.
Yeah,
It's scary, man. I mean, just thinking about, what if that thing
Eh,
blew up in the middle of the night?
yeah,
What would you have done? Obviously, you have the smoke detectors and stuff, but, you know.
which I had to disable in this room because of the vaping. But anyway,
But still, I mean, even with that on, you know what I mean? What would you have done?
yeah,
Your mother or your father?
yeah.
Because, these
Well,
companies buy cheap, make it cheap, whatever the hell it is.
yeah, and
Not worth it, man.
it's not tested properly. I mean, listen, we vape with the 18650s all the time. Same battery technology, lithium ion,
Yep.
but it has safety built in. You know, overheat protection, overcharge protection, voltage protection. Why can't they do it for that? I'm sure they do, but it's crammed so together that when that CPU is humming at full bore, it gets hot. That's an 8-core processor, I think, in that thing.
Yeah, it's not like it's got a fan in there to cool it off or anything, but
No.
like I remember when my parents found out I started doing this. Oh, you're gonna blow yourself up. No, I'm not gonna blow myself up.
Right.
Oh,
It's-
what about the people on the news? They're idiots.
do
Like we said a couple of shows ago about it, like, do the research.
do the research. Know your Ohm's law. Know your physics or physics.
Exactly.
Know your physics. I mean, listen. I'm not expecting everybody who gets into vaping to be a physicist, but you have to know the law of how much your batteries can take.
Right, and
It's very
if
simple.
you're doing like the, I don't know what they call them, the Cigalikes, whatever the hell they're called, even like the basic vaping pens and stuff,
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about it. It's all taken care of.
Excuse me. I mean, you have this one. You got so many protections. You got over voltage protection. You have
Job protection.
that draw protection. You have the 10-second draw. You have what do they call it? Reverse battery protection, reverse polarity. You have over amperage protection. If it pulls too much, it stops. And if you build your coil right and don't short it, number one, but if you build it to a resistance that can match the amperage of the battery, you're fine. But you have to know those things. So what's Ohm's law? Voltage equals current divided by resistance. So you take your voltage, which is 4.2 volts. You know the resistance, right? So you multiply those
Right.
two. So if it's 4.2 volts times 0.22 ohms, let's do the math. I'll get my calculator. All right? So, fully charged battery, 4.20 volts times 0.22 ohms. That's not right. V equals I, or is there V times R? So let me figure this out. Sometimes I confuse my physics. So it's 4.2 divided by 0.22. Yeah, 4.2 divided by 0.22 ohms is 19 amps. So you have to have a battery that can handle minimum 20 amps. And you're
Yep.
safe. And you're safe. And how do you know that? When you buy your battery, it tells you the amp load. Or if you already know your brands, like LGs and Samsungs and Sonys, they tell you what they are. 35 amp maximum draw. Okay. You're safe.
I mean, not to mention that the mods tell you exactly the which will call for the ohms too,
Minimum.
as far as how minimum and maximum, ohms.
Yep, resistance, yep.
So
But put it this way.
it's crazy.
In order for one of these to blow up, you gotta really not know what the fuck you're doing. And boy, I mean, you gotta bypass all that shit.
Yeah, not a chance I'm willing to take.
Now, I vaped on mech mods, which are, just a tube with a switch, in the vape shop. And it is true they hit a lot harder. I mean, it unloads everything in the battery at once. Boom. And they're great, but you just don't feel comfortable.
I was just gonna ask, how comfortable did you feel? Like, was there any worry? Like, how much worry in you
I mean,
was in
obviously,
you when you were doing like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god?
no, it wasn't. Oh my God! I just knew I trusted them, and they built it. You know, they built the coil properly. You know, and put it this way: that thing blows up in my face. It's on them.
Oh yeah, big time. But I don't know, like I just don't think I could ever even try once
I did. Like I said, it's
on
not bad.
mechanical.
It's not bad. I mean, it hits really quick. You know, I mean, it hits the coils instantly. If you know what you're doing, you're fine. But you got to know your physics. You got to
Nah, I like having the safety features. I'd rather have the safety features, man, because it's not a chance. You just don't know.
right, exactly.
There's
So,
nothing to regulate it, man. And you can build it perfectly to spec. You just don't know.
yeah. What if you short out? You know.
Yeah.
This has short protection. So since it's the coil shorted, it's gonna say, check your atomizer. You know, it will show this. Hold on.
Yep.
You know, it'll just show. Come on. Check
Got
atomizer. Yep. It'll say, hey, something's not right. Or it'll say low resistance, or battery voltage, or battery too hot. You know, it'll say too hot.
Yeah. So,
Let's get
do
on.
you
to
really
the-
think these Russians really are involved, or what?
I think Putin wanted Trump in the office because he knew that Hillary was destructive to the world. And listen, like I told you in a previous podcast episode, I'm all for women being president. Just not this one.
No.
And you know, Democrats aren't bad either, but they've deviated so much to the left, I mean the far left, that they lost sight of who they are.
That's a good point. It's every time we have elections, we always go for pretty much the opposite,
Yeah.
and it's just a trend that we always follow. I don't think this country's ready to set a new, set history again with their first female president.
Yeah. Although, if we chop it off, flip it, Hi guys. Dude, I remember the first time I saw that Peter North video at your house.
God.
And I heard his voice, and I go, "What?"
Yeah, not what I was expecting.
He's like, "Hi guys." I'm like,
So soft. No, we found out why his voice is so soft.
He takes it in the ass.
He got sized up.
Yes, he did.
It's so funny. That's the name of the video. He gets sized up.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Let's see
So,
what's going on.
guess the next question is how the hell do you know when a friendship turns into a brotherhood?
Good question. Really good question. I guess the answer.
Yeah, some authority in that one.
Yeah. I
The
guess
flirt who is bitches.
that's right. Excuse me. I guess a friendship turns into family not just brotherhood, but family. When you realize that you're inseparable. I mean, listen, I'm 3,000 miles away, and we talk like we're together. Okay,
Yeah.
and a friendship turns into family when you're always there for one another, no matter what. You're thick and thin, and you can trust your friend sometimes more than your own family member. And unfortunately, in some instances, that is the case.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
And it's like you. I consider you my brother. Okay, you're not a best friend. You're not a friend. You're family. And
Yeah.
like my father called you. You're my second son.
Yeah. Yeah, as did your mother.
Yeah.
And there's a third son.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, is there like an unwritten rule on like how long you have to?
No, I think it's from within. I think it comes from within, and
Lowrider.
I mean, guys, here we are. We're breaking wind, like I heard that one.
That's the beauty of the show, man.
Yeah, this is us being us. But when you realize that, oh God,
Got a winner. Got a winner for sure.
I can smell it here. Shit,
Ugh.
dude, what you gotta do? Get a pooter, spritz a little liquid acid, and go in Wegmans and just start doing.
Now what I gotta do is get some Nutella with some liquid acid and put it on the wife's face. Put it on like some toilet paper and just put it next to her nose.
That would be funny. That liquid
But
acid.
I was saying earlier, like, for some reason I was thinking about today. It's like, what was the moment? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
My moment with you when we started building computers together and doing it together and
yeah,
growing together and figuring out problems and knowing that if I was stuck, you'd walk me through. Because sometimes I'd get kind of mushy in the head, or you'd get mushy in the head, and just going.
or we both get machine head together and check printer paper, but.
What was that? Well, we woke up at 4. We woke up at 4:30 that morning at the same time.
That was to format the hard drive.
We go, oh shit! Yeah. I mean,
That's what, an hour of sleep, an hour and a half maybe.
Yeah, I mean, we were building till what, 2, 3 in the morning that one night.
Yeah, and that was let's see, I came home from work 8:30 that day. I think I slept till 10. I was over your house by 10:30.
I don't think my parents were home that day either.
No, they were both working.
Or no, they went on vacation, I think.
Yeah, they're on vacation.
I think they went to Macedonia or something, or Toronto, I think it was. But yeah, because we had the house all to ourselves. Remember, we had the whole living room sprawled out with parts.
Yeah, and see, you were obviously you're in your bedroom, and where the hell was I, in your sister's room?
Something like that. And we both woke up and said, oh shit.
I remember being in your basement.
That was one of the other times. I remember that too.
Oh, that was the Xbox.
Yeah.
The 360s we were modding on.
Yeah, we're modding on
But, I don't know, I think on my end it started when I was in the hospital for the passing out bullshit. And your parents came.
Yeah.
And that was like the beginning of it,
Yeah. I mean, where was I? I think I was in New York at the time.
Yep.
And I was on the train, I think, when I got the call. And I go, I told my parents, "Oh, can you go?" Obviously, since I got 4 or 5 hours to get there,
Dude, I think they were there like the same day, weren't they?
Yeah.
No, next day. Sunday.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and
But regardless, I
and,
mean,
and my mom got you a couple bottles of Coke or something. I remember.
what did she get me? A 6-pack of 20 ounces or a 6-pack of 12 ounces? Doesn't matter. So that's the pack Coke. I'm like, oh, sweet. Even though the doctor said no more caffeine, but
Fuck it.
yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I think that was the catalyst of it. It was
Yeah.
just a matter of
It's family.
yeah.
Come out here. We'll go to the beach.
Yeah, hopefully this year.
Yeah. Come out like in the fall when it's like 90, 95, 100. Dude, it's California for the weather. Southern California, you can't beat. Just can't. I mean, you guys are shoveling feet of snow up there.
Yeah, tell me about it.
We're running around in t-shirts.
I am not comfortable, but
How much snow did you get up there now? Because I've been watching the lake effect.
about a foot.
Got more coming.
I think they're supposed to have another storm sometime this weekend.
And it's coming off the lake like a little dick, right over you guys.
Like a big screw you.
Yeah. And it's just that little corridor. It's just this little thin little corridor.
Dude, if we gotta have Trump build a wall, it should be it should be around us to keep all that crap out.
I used to tell my Canadian family, no disrespect, but if I had a chance, I'll build a wall going up to the atmosphere. You guys freeze your ass off. I don't care.
The Canadians, they live hockey anyway, so they're used to freezing.
Eh? But, yeah. Think about it. If we built a wall through the atmosphere on the Canadian border, we would never have cold. You guys would be just as warm as we are.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Welcome to the flatulent hour.
Yeah. Eat enough chili.
You had chili?
No.
Oh, did you get the chili from Chile?
Or did I get the chili from Chile?
Yeah. That's what my sister was saying. She goes at work. She goes, I tell them we're from Chile. They go, huh? And she spell it Chili.
Mean chili?
Yeah. Everybody else in the country says chili. We have to say Chile.
Just like we're about the only people in the country to call it pop instead of soda.
Hey.
Oh well. Oh man.
Well, as far as the brotherhood, feeling for me, you know what? It starts even way before the computers. It starts outside a Holocaust class. When you ran down that kid and beat the shit out of him.
I jacked up against the locker.
Yep.
Yeah, that was fun.
But it was amazing for me in that experience, especially when Sullivan there decides to steal cough drops out of my bag, and I just happened to say something to my physics lab partners in 10th grade. Now, mind you, I took physics in the later years, 11, 12, but I just got in early, and next day the football team is just smothering them. That was cool.
You should put a little rat trap out for him with a piece of cheese, see if he takes it.
Oh, speaking of rat traps, did you get Angela with the big rat in the trap yet?
No, I got it sitting around here. Oh yeah, it's right here. This dinosaur toy. I'm gonna try and.
Oh.
I'm gonna. I got that light set up on the sensor or the timer. I'm gonna disable the timer tonight and then just add this thing sitting like tail out in the trap or something.
Oh my god!
You got it! Crap. I was gonna do it last week, but I figured it would be fresh on her mind and she wouldn't even think twice about it. But now it's been a week. Prank time.
Did you ever get the mouse or no?
if he did get him, I don't know where he is yet. But I don't know. She said, yeah. Oh, excuse me. She said she hasn't even seen it in the past couple of days. So
You know what? If did you see him in the ductwork or no? It was in the.
she usually saw him behind our entertainment center in the other room, and then she saw it go like towards the bottom of the stairs to take you upstairs. They put traps in the basement, relative spacing to where that is.
You know what I want you to do? Go downstairs and just pound on the main trunk of the duct and see if you hear some movement.
Oh yeah.
Because you know what? You seriously do not want to breathe in all that shit and piss.
Nah.
So.
Nah, like I said, you gotta get ductwork cleaning anyways pretty
Yeah.
soon, so. But, yeah, I don't know, man. You find out where your friends really are when you need them, and sometimes you just gotta let it go, which I've had to do.
Yeah, like we did tonight.
No, but, in a serious note, like, in a weird way, letting, just, not giving up, but just letting go. It's like the hardest thing.
It is. It really, really is. And it's a painful feeling, especially when you have this camaraderie and this love for someone. Could be boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, could be spouses, could be friends. But losing that piece of your life is the most painful thing, and you just gotta cope and move on.
Yeah, I think, in that instance, which we've talked about before, I don't miss anything about it.
Yeah.
Like sitting there, ooh, hope this person calls, hope this person calls, hope this person calls. And then, when they finally do, it's like, like a drug, like an addiction almost.
Yeah.
Where you hope they call, hope they call, hope they call, and they finally do, it's like, yeah, finally.
Yeah, I'm like that.
But it's like after time, it's like, you know what? What has this person done for me?
Yeah.
That whole thing last year, and all I wanted out of someone was to go out to a bar and just have a normal conversation that it didn't entail anything about what was going on. I got was, I'm having problems at home too, blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking like,
everybody has problems.
Okay, everyone's got problems. I'll trade. I'll trade you in a heartbeat. Oh, you don't understand, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, thinking like, do you not understand? Are you not hearing what I've been telling you the past, couple of years? It's like that. At that point, it was like, you know what? I give up.
Yeah.
And I remember, I don't know if I ever told you this, but I remember, it was like a year and a half, last year and a half ago. No, farther back now. About 2 years ago. We were at work, and I'm like, that was probably like a Monday or Tuesday night. I said, what are you doing this weekend? Oh, I think I'm busy. I got to talk to the wife, blah, blah, blah. All right, so Thursday came around. I said, any chance you figure out what you're doing? Oh, yeah, we got to go somewhere for my daughters or whatever. I'm like, oh, okay. I said, about maybe like next Saturday we can go out, hang out for a couple hours at a bar or something, just get something to eat, drink. Nothing major. I have to talk to my wife about it. See if she'd be okay with that.
When somebody makes.
But I might be busy, but I'm not sure. Okay, well, how about we forget about that week? How about the weekend after that? Well, I'm trying to think. I'm not really sure. So then, in front of two other people, I'm like, well, how about next year at this time? Are you busy then? You can't be, because it's a year from now. So maybe we'll just make plans for next year at this time. It's like, gee, am I delusional?
Certainly feel that way sometimes, don't you?
Yeah, because it makes you wonder almost all the time, like, what did I do?
I know.
And then you realize one day it's like, I didn't do shit.
Yeah.
This person changed, and they're trying to make you feel like it's your fault.
Yep.
But the best part is when you finally realize it. And it's like, you know what? I don't have to freaking cater to this person anymore. I'm not gonna sit there and you know, basically live myself to a hostage of a life of hoping this person calls, texts, wants to come visit, hang out, whatever.
Yeah.
Now, when you change the way you act towards them, all of a sudden, oh, why are you acting like that? It's like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Now you want to hang out and I don't want to? Now I'm acting horribly? No. But it's just amazing, like, how that can happen then when you finally come to terms with it
Yeah.
and you adjust accordingly, all of a sudden you're the bad guy.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? You were, you know, in that case, never there even just to have someone to talk to.
Yeah, and yet I was, 400 miles away, and
Yeah,
I was there every night for hours.
exactly.
And you know what? To me, that's natural. Just to say, hey, you need me? I'm here. I might not be physically there, but I'm here.
Doesn't have to be physically there. It's just someone to talk to and just get your mind off of, you know, the situation at hand. And
You know?
you know, it's like at the very least you expect someone to be like, yo, you know what? You need a night out. Let's, you know, bring the kids over to my parents' house, my grandparents' house. They'll, nothing. And I know damn well if you were here, if you and your parents were living here, they would have told us, go, bring your kids here. You guys go out somewhere.
Yeah.
There would have been no question.
We would run to the comedy club and
Anywhere. Pudgies.
put. Now with that psycho on the road. Oh God. Too many
I think I
flashbacks.
saw him the other day.
No.
Just joking.
In the F-350 there, trying to get us off the road. Remember that? Oh
He
my.
was your father.
Remember?
That would be the traumatic experience I had.
Remember?
Like,
Remember with
it's a
that?
beach.
yeah, right. And I'm like,
Jesus, guys, gonna run me out the freaking road,
and
man.
then-
I'm
and-
dead.
And I'm like, Dad, it's Kevin. He goes, oh shit. He's like, sorry.
Dude, can you believe I had Chris Day in that car?
That guy has gone through some hell too.
Yeah.
He was.
Seems to be doing pretty good for himself, though.
Yeah, he was in the.
From what I could tell.
He was a nice kid, just very soft spoken and very just quiet.
Yeah, the typical gentle giant.
And then you have other kids who are just out there to hurt, and
Then they get a taste of their own reality, and they get stuck with someone. I don't know, not to be rude, but they get a kid born with something, and oops.
well, it's funny. You remember Cosmo?
Yeah.
Cosmo. I had a long talk with him when I was in New York on the phone. And I go, Cos, the only thing I want to ask you. I go, not that you were that bad towards me, but a lot of them were. And I go, maybe you can reach out and spread the word. How much it hurt feeling rejected and dejected by everybody. How much it hurt to get teased. He goes, I know, because one of his family members, I think, has CP now. And I said, the one thing I want you to do is teach your kids not to do that. Because you don't know what kind of imprint it leaves for the rest of my life. Being teased and tormented every day in school.
Dude, you realize you are probably, maybe one of Chris, Denny, no, one of maybe 3 people that we graduated with that I constantly keep in contact with.
Wow. You know what? Yeah, the same thing with me. You're the only one, really.
Biscotti, kind, on the off,
On occasion, yeah, with Tony, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I mean, I should say people that I would have absolutely no hesitation talking to again.
right.
Hanging out with, things like that. But obviously I don't have the physical thing that you have, but there was the other stuff, like crappy, just crappy hair, things like that.
The Arthurman Afro. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I got picked on in my own way, and like I remember, when you first signed up for Facebook, oh yeah, all the people I graduated with, my initial reaction was like, fuck all them. I don't want nothing to do with those assholes.
But you know
That's how much I got picked on when I was in school. I want nothing to do with them.
You know what was sweet, though? When I got my master's degree, I put a picture up. They didn't say nothing. Just said, look at what I earned. And it was like a proverbial middle finger to everybody who thought I wouldn't be nothing.
Oh yeah.
And like I told you the story, I went to the guidance counselor's office, slammed that fucking thing down on her desk, and said, look at me now, baby. Oh my God. I go, you were the person that said I would amount to nothing. And I go, you don't know how much it hurts. Because I'm a little bit delayed in learning and a little bit delayed in test taking and stuff. But I did it. I did it on my
Exactly.
I did it on my terms. But I did it. Okay. And she didn't, what do you say?
That's why they're quiet.
Yep.
But yeah, I think about almost all those kids, and if I saw them outside of school, whatever, or outside of school, yeah, sure. If I saw them anywhere nowadays, oh, what's up? I would probably, talk and make small talk and crap like that. But
Hey, you know what you say? I'm a doctor. I got a PhD in plastics.
I'm a polymerologist.
I'm a polymer specialist. I work at Analogy, baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
I designed these new bottles that are like unbreakable, and that have my pubes stuck in the plastic just to see how they handle.
Dude, half everybody lies at those reunions anyways about what they're doing in life.
Yeah. I let's see. Made $20 million in the markets. Oh, my Lamborghini. Yeah, it's sitting in a parking lot. Yeah, take a look. Oh,
Why you dress like crap? I gave it all away.
I want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Dude, there are a lot of billionaires who dress worse than we do.
Dude, how do you think they're billionaires?
They're not throwing their money away on clothes and stuff, right?
Dude, clothes are trivial, man.
Look, you remember, you weren't in the class, but, Mr. Marco.
Yeah.
So here came the section on the stock market. So, you know who came into school that day with me?
Yep.
That school was rocked for part of the day. And so we went into class, and all the kids were like, blah, blah, blah. We did our speech, blah, blah, blah. And one of the kids goes, oh, what kind of car do you drive? Because he's thinking, Troy. He came in with me. He was my stockbroker. And, they think, oh, you're a stockbroker. You make a ton of money. And you did back in the day if you were good. He goes, yeah, I got the Lamborghini in the parking lot. I'm going to take Alex to dinner, to lunch now afterwards. Oh, my God, really? And Mr. Marco goes, hey. He goes, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But he goes, the crux of our message was, and I still say to this day, in order for you to sustain yourselves in your future, you have to invest. You're young. You can withstand a couple of hits in the market. Keep it going. I mean, in order to safely retire these days, I'd say you need about $1.5 million.
Oh.
Sounds like a lot, but it's not. And to say that you're going to count on Social Security
No, you can't.
That trust fund's going to be gone by 2020. You know, just
And the sad part is they'll still be charging us out of our paychecks for it too.
yeah, just like this.
I got some trust in it.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. It's like you can't depend on the government to live your life. You know, the idea of Social Security was, if you know the history of it, was to get the people out of the depression, and that's it.
Yep.
After that, then it continues. But you got to ask yourself this question: when you have a bad,
Do you feel lucky, punk?
when you have a bad economic downturn, and people aren't working, yeah, people are taken. How can that get replenished? You can't.
Can't.
So then what do? You sell bonds to the Japanese and Chinese, hoping one day we won't be speaking Mandarin or Japanese, you know?
Yeah.
But regardless of that, you know, can't depend on nobody but yourself,
Right.
you know? Because at the end of the day, we're all our own person. We all go through our own trials and tribulations. We're all there for each other, you know, but we each have our own battles to face.
Yeah. Pretty well said.
You know, and you know, like we'll go back to this whole millennial thing, and people that expect to have handouts. Now listen, I'm just as guilty on this too. I'm on the Social Security as well. It's my right as a citizen of this country to claim those benefits. Am I proud of it? No.
But it's also your right as a disabled citizen.
Right. But am I proud of it? No. I want to contribute. I want to work. I want to do.
But, would you rather be on Social Security collecting that, or would you rather be on welfare, WIC, food stamps, collecting all that crap?
I'd rather be on Social Security. At least I have more dignity.
Exactly.
You know.
And there's the other $1 million question. I had to get drug tested to get my job. Why aren't, except for Florida, why aren't people getting drug tested to be on welfare?
They should be.
Yeah?
You know.
100%. Well, every month, man.
You know, that's a system there to help you. Don't abuse it. Use it. Okay?
Now, here's like how naive I am. We were talking about this at work the other day. And a coworker's like, "Oh yeah, you know what these people do with their welfare checks?" And I said, "What?" So they go out there and they buy soda. I'm like, "What?" She goes, "Think about it. It's free money." Yeah. She goes, "They go out there and they buy as much Coke, Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Sprite, whatever it is they can buy. Open them up, empty them out, take them back at deposit." And I'm thinking like, why would they do that considering how much you spend on it? So look, it's not their money. They don't care. They want their deposit money. Then they go out there and buy their drugs for free. But, it's still naively thinking. I'm like, okay, but it's only 5 cents a can. I mean, you're going to need more than a 12-pack of Coke to go get some weed.
Yeah.
I mean, how many freaking bottles and cans are you going to take back before you can buy some decent? Not that I would even know where to buy it, but
probably like a couple of giant bags full at least. You're gonna need at least probably $40-50.
All right, and 5 cents a can.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just obviously I'm not too keen on this stuff, but I'm thinking like, man, why the heck would you buy all that soda and pop whatever?
I would have never thought
just
of it.
dump it down the drain.
Yeah. Never thought about it. Yeah. But
I don't get it, but
you know what? People who abuse the system, There's a difference between people who are on the system and live a productive life, do the best they can, and there are people who abuse the system for other means. Okay. The people that abuse the system should be stripped of those rights and privileges.
Yep.
My thing was with like me being on the system, that they should have programs to say, okay, you have 10 years, we'll help you go to school, you're going to get educated in whatever you want to do, college or a trade, and we'll help you get a job. That will be the best way to utilize these resources the most efficient way possible. But like when I went to Social Security one meeting, I asked my rep, because we were comfortable, I've known her for about 10 years by now, and I go, don't you guys have any programs? She goes, no, we want you on it so we can maintain our budget.
Oh my God. Oh man. And it's kind of weird, like you were saying before, one time we were talking about like how, waiting, like if I get a job I don't get it, blah blah blah. It's like, okay, catch 22. And I kind of have like a little thing with the kids right now, how we haven't got a check for either of them in like 6 months.
Right.
And I've been waiting for the appointment that I have scheduled at the beginning of the year for like 3 of those months now. And it's like, God, I don't want to depend on this money, but
it helps.
God, we need it.
Yeah, it helps. Certainly. Every little bit helps. And it's your right.
Yeah.
It's your right. So when I take advantage of it, however, I'm going to tell you this. Do not get them dependent on it. When they get older, as much as they can, the mistake I did, age of 18, I went on it. You lose all respect for value. You lose all respect for yourself. So one thing I'm going to tell you is a Social Security recipient myself at the age of 18. Get them off of it, when they're working age. Let them get a job and feel proud of themselves.
Yeah.
Whatever they can do. Whatever they're capable of, That remains to be seen. I bet you if everything keeps on track, Juliana's going to be a firewoman.
God help me.
Connor...
I don't know what his obsession is yet.
Connor, I can see being...
means I'll be a freaking wrestler or something.
I was thinking about that, but I'm thinking maybe... I bet you he's going to be a scientist.
Think so?
Yeah. He just has that knack about him. He's curious about things. He's spitting himself till he pukes. I mean...
That's true.
So I got a feeling he has a little scientific knack. Juliana is more... she's in her fire truck phase right now. But I got a feeling something tells me she might be going towards music. And
that could be.
And I tell you what, I think she's excited about the noise that we hear all day long.
Yeah.
That drives you insane, but I know. But
oh God, yeah, more than I can.
Hey, you know what? That's what she enjoys. I say more power to her.
Yeah, hey, you know what? That's what stimulates her mind and gets her going.
How are they doing academically? Are they doing all right? Are they growing?
Overall, pretty good, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, can't complain.
You know what? Because I went through their teacher ed program not too long ago now. The growth that they've done with these kids as far as brain-based learning and stimulating the neurons and stuff, good. They'll be fine. Maybe not exactly where they should be, but maybe not too far behind either. You know what I mean?
No, but if it's an improvement over, improving over what her mother had to go through.
Yeah, I mean, let's just blatantly talk about it to make people aware. I mean,
left behind, and
Angela has the brain age of what? A 13-year-old?
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard, especially parents of European origin, as mine are as well. It's hard for a parent to accept that their kid has a problem. Mine is physical. Mine is obvious. Mine is known. Okay? Hers wasn't. But the thing is, what saddens me the most about that situation, and I hope that her siblings and parents hear this, because I genuinely, feel this way, that they should have stepped up to the plate a little more, okay? And let the teachers in the school do its thing. And I bet you, even if they would have given her, excuse me, 5 more years of brain age of 18, it'd be much easier for her.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I mean, obviously something had to flag out as far as that's concerned, because they did get her on the Social Security. So
Yeah.
at some point that had to come.
She had to be
It had to light up.
She had to be diagnosed.
Right.
But the point is
I
what?
mean, unfortunately,
Why sweep it under the rug? Accept it, help her grow, move on.
I don't think it was entirely swept under the rug. I just think, back then, maybe more taboo.
That's what I kind of meant to say.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. But, even like my brother, this is obviously in the mid 70s, early 80s, whatever. He had a teacher tell him, you're going to amount to nothing. Another teacher told my mother, I believe, something like, you need to get this guy out of class. He's too freaking hyper. You can't control him, blah, 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 blah.
Wow.
But, luckily we had a pediatrician that was, forward thinking enough to, get him with a neurologist and checked out for ADHD, whatever the hell it was. Yeah, ADHD.
Yeah.
And, when we got to Neil Armstrong, my mom was telling me how teachers told her, whoever was like, if you ever have another kid, when the time is right, get him tested. Get ahead of this quick, jump on it, nip it in the bud.
And that was you.
Yep.
So does ADHD obviously runs in the family?
Oh yeah, we all got it. Not the hyperactivity part of it. Well, Brian does, but I got the regular part of it, the ADD.
I know.
I don't use it as an excuse.
There were so many times where I'd be sitting there, we're working on a computer, I'd be like, wait a minute. Saying to myself, you mean you don't know that? And it's like, because I didn't understand back then. And I understand now. It's different now. But once you understand that, once I understood that yes, you have ADD, then my light bulb goes off and says, aha, okay. So now I have to change the way I explain things to you so you can better understand and comprehend, and we can start building machines like machines. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, we did that pretty damn well.
Oh, we did. I miss those days, man. Honestly, just getting
I know.
Getting the case. All right, you got the stanchions on the case for the motherboard. Yeah. All right, lock it down. Check, make sure everything is not shorting. Okay.
I think just as exciting as building it all was like within like 3 or 4 days getting like one part here, a couple parts the one day, 3 or 4 the next, another 2 or 3 after. It's like, oh man, this is Christmas Day for 3 or 4 days it was like Christmas Day.
Yeah. Or you remember that one freaking DVD drive I got that was smushed?
Oh yeah, was that FedEx or UPS?
I think it was Ups. It was Ups.
Yeah, they smushed.
I opened it up. I go, whoa! So I called the company and they said I filed a claim with them and they got me a new one. But
yeah,
it happens. But still, I mean, Oh, those were the days. Just seriously, sitting there, making sure you got the pins of the CPU lined up, socket. pushing it down.
Not formatting your hard drive.
Now,
Trying to-
not putting the heat sinks on, turning it on, like watching that temperature shoot up to 900 degrees in a second.
Split second, man.
And then misaligning the pin in the floppy drive and zzz.
This is. Oh yeah, that's
I
Good
miss
times, man.
I miss it. Sitting there tearing the Xbox apart, getting into the code, looking at the code for the thing, breaking it, getting the dual layer disc, burning the game, and putting it.
Oh
in
yeah.
Yeah.
And then re-breaking it to set it back to the way it was originally.
So we can get a warranty claim on it. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh man.
Remember, we were building the computer, the Xbox, and I had the FTA box hooked up,
Oh yeah.
and we were watching Hell's Kitchen, unedited from Canada.
Unedited, yeah.
And we were flipping through the channels, and all of a sudden here, what the fuck? And we both turned and said, did you hear that?
Oh my god, this is awesome.
The biggest flashback I get, me and you watching a Super Bowl downstairs in the basement and getting yelled at by my dad by drinking 6 Cokes.
Oh yeah. That was Tennessee and St. Louis, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
In '99?
It was a 2000 something like that. Yeah.
No, it was the last time the Bills went to the playoffs. '99.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yep, the 1 yard. The how's it? The Miracle.
Yeah.
1 yard short.
Yeah. Oh, God, don't get me started on that team. I heard that they were supposed to fire Ryan, but they never did. I guess.
I don't know. That's the story I heard. I don't know if it's true or not, but he still got his job right now. Hopefully, they lose to the Browns.
Oh God.
Dude, can you imagine that? You gotta get fired after that. This is no way you keep your job.
I feel bad for Cleveland, to be honest. I mean, they're gonna be what?
Dude, I think back to what that team used to be back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds funny. These kids nowadays, they don't understand, but Cleveland used to be a powerhouse.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Right there, Buffalo, Denver, Miami.
Giants.
Oh, and the AFC.
Yeah. But the Giants, the 49ers, the
Yeah.
uh,
Cowboys. And
Cowboys. Oh yeah. But the Giants ain't too bad. They're 9-4. Let's hope they can make it this year.
I wouldn't mind seeing them meet up with New England again. Just sweep them again.
Oh yeah.
3-0.
I'll just never forget that Super Bowl. 19 and oh no.
19 and 0-0. Dude, who would think that the same two teams would meet up
Twice.
and both of them are lost on wonky catches?
I know.
A helmet and a sideline.
But I showed you
And
that
to
clip.
think they almost lost their third one in a row on another wonky catch at the 2-yard line.
All right, I gotta play this and I'm just gonna put the headphones on the microphone, you guys. So I'm not gonna do a screen share or nothing, and this is getting all wonky. But I do want to share this clip. I played this for you earlier in the week.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hold on, I'm just gonna stick these like this. So bear with me if you guys hear something funky, but and of course it's the
We lost the game because of illegal procedure! Get your ass down!
okay.
Ah, good old Tom Coughlin.
Yup, and that's why the Giants won those 2 Super Bowls.
Yep. I don't care. Disciplinary coaches are the way to go, man.
Oh yeah.
Especially the ones that can balance the fine line of disciplinarian and loosey goosey.
Yep. It is balance, and that's life in general is balance. It's about balance. You know, take the good with the bad, the yin with the yang, the wong with the fong. You know.
Along with the dog. Couldn't resist.
Okay. Okay. Now you did it, Alexa. Alexa, Wikipedia Long Dong Silver.
Long Dong Silver is a retired porn star, famed for the apparent size of his penis. He appeared in several pornographic movies in the UK and US during the late 1970s and early 1980s. You can ask me to read more from Wikipedia.
Alexa, read more.
Okay. However, photographer Jay Myrdal has revealed that although Silver was immensely endowed, a good 9 or 10 inches, the pose featured in his porn shoots was faked. After at first successfully utilizing complicated multi-exposure techniques to enhance Silver's natural endowments for still photography, Myrdal later persuaded the makeup artist for the film The Elephant Man to create the prosthetic, which greatly contributed to the notoriety of Long Dong Silver. Myrdal comments that it was very light, a very delicate foam latex sleeve that fit on over the cock, carefully glued down underneath by the pubes and then made up. His debut film was The Low-Budget Sex Freaks, released in 1979, in which he co-starred with Vicky Scott. In 1982 he appeared with the legendary Sekka in Beauty and the Beast, shot in America.
Thank you, Alexa.
Ain't technology great, but yeah.
Do you ever think we can create technology that becomes self-aware?
Oh yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Self-driving cars, artificial intelligence, virtual reality.
I like artificial intelligence, like robots and crap like that. Like, can you see like a instance where there's no regulation on it and it just goes bonkers? Or do you think there's safeguards that could be put in place to prevent it?
Listen, software is software. I don't care what anybody says. Software is buggy. Okay? And sure, something can crash. I mean, if these self-driving cars are powered by Windows, and you get a blue,
God,
and you get a blue
so
screen,
crashes all over the place.
Yeah, you get a blue screen of death. My OS crashed. Well, your car crashed too. It puts a new meaning to the word computer crash, doesn't it?
Yeah, sure does.
Can I see technology that adapts to the environment? Yeah. If your thermostat senses it's getting a little too chilly outside, it might automatically decide to raise the temperature a couple degrees. A couple degrees. I have the Nest, which I love. That adapts to the environment somewhat. Okay, but I could see it getting there where it's saying, "Hey, it's getting a little chilly. Let me crank it up a couple, like 1 or 2 degrees, just to take the chill off."
Yeah, but I was talking more like artificial intelligence as far as like robots, and if they could ever do like
They could go to the doctor and it's a robot.
oh no, like at home, like come home and I clean the house for you and this, that, the other thing, like
like
technology like that where
like
it can
like Rosie from the Jetsons.
write its own code. Yeah, like Rosie and the Jetsons. But I'm saying, like, do you think there's any possibility, and how do you prevent it, that you can control how much it learns before it realizes, like, this has to be, like a robot that murders or something.
I can see that, where you have to put emotion code, shall we say, into the code, where it's not just ones and you got to put feeling, you got to put empathy into something in order not to kill. I was watching a conspiracist, so let me just preface that. I don't necessarily think it's true, but this is what I heard. That the Bushes are pedophiles. And there's one key similarity amongst all pedophiles. They're missing the DNA for empathy. They can't feel what the other person feels.
Huh.
There is a defect in the genetic code. So that said, if our code can be defective, certainly AI code could be defective, right? Now, if there was a system where the robot could learn empathy and learn sadness and learn feelings and write its own code for it, then I'd say we got a shot.
Right, but couldn't it also write its own code to hate?
Yeah, if you piss it off enough.
So then how do you safeguard against that then?
Then you, in code, you can put you can
Hit the reset button.
no, you can write exclusions in code and say exclude this, exclude that, exclude.
Yeah, just stick the USB stick up its ass and reboot it.
Here you go, new OS update.
Getting too powerful. Ow, I do not. Oh. Don't move. I'll get you a USB stick.
I'm sorry, Dad.
Don't move.
Oh no. Shall I finish it? I'll get you a droid.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm sorry, Dave. I cannot do that. Could that happen like in 2001: A Space Odyssey? Sure. You know? Or
That thing was out to get them from the beginning, though, wasn't it?
yeah. Or in Airplane 2.
Or was it only till near the end where they were talking about destroying it and shit?
I think it was near the end, if I remember correctly. I gotta watch
I
it
haven't
again.
seen that movie in a while, but I do remember one
I know.
specific scene where they were talking really low to each other and they're like, yeah, we gotta get rid of this thing and blah, blah, blah. And then I think the robot, whatever, overheard them and they set the one trigger off outside and got the guy kicked out of the space station or wherever the hell it was.
And
And he closed and locked the door out.
yeah, like in Airplane 2. You mean blow rock? Ding!
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be pretty interesting to see what we do with technology
Well,
in the future.
but
But
you know, like I told you before in a prior conversation, that I think technology for now is plateaued.
yeah,
There's nothing out there that says I gotta have it.
no. And I don't even feel like right now we're a week and 1 day from Christmas.
Oh,
And, the TV just not seeing oh, here's the hot gift everybody's buying.
right.
I think 2 years ago was Fitbit. Keurigs a couple years before that. HD televisions, Blu-ray. I mean, you'd think 4K would be it, but you just, obviously it's not time for it.
No, because there's no broadcasting yet. But I tell you what, it is beautiful.
Streaming.
That's going to be the future. Is streaming. You're not going to have conventional cable boxes anymore in the future. It's all going to be streaming. You can grab it whenever you want it.
What do you think about Time Warner basically forcing everyone to have a cable box in every television?
I'm not aware of that. Can you explain that?
I guess at the beginning of sometime in January next year, any television is receiving a cable feed. If there's no box, they're going to require you to have a box. And it's going to be free for, I think, a year for the second box.
Oh, so
But after that, they're going to charge you $5 or $6 a month for each one. At some point after.
unless I know FiOS had this now. Because FiOS is all encrypted, and I think that's what they're trying to tell you, that they're going to encrypt everything. So they're going to get rid of the QAM channels, which is quadrature amplitude modulation. Those are the ones that are open, right?
Yeah.
What they're going to do is they're going to encrypt everything, and they're going to require you to have a decryption device. Now, if you get a stripped down box with no guide or anything, by law they should be free.
Right, but isn't there also supposed to be a whatchamacallit pretty soon with the FCC for us to have our own boxes?
Yeah. So if you want, you can get a TiVo. Authorize it right there with them, and it's their box on their network. You can get a Samsung box or Scientific Atlanta box or Aris box or whatever from Best Buy, pick it up, you purchased it, there should be no monthly fee. Yeah, you're gonna pay $300, but
Right.
it's yours.
Huh.
I would.
That did too much, reading into it. I just heard about it. It seemed to be like last week sometime, 2 weeks ago. But I guess supposedly it's going to help picture quality.
Oh, sure, because it's going to go all digital. It's going to go completely digital. They're going to change the stat mux, the statistical muxing of it, which is, remember when we used to look at the transponders on the dish?
Yeah.
The CMA channels? That's called stat muxing. And it's based on compression and things. If they go over to H.264, which is MPEG-4 compression, that picture's going to be gangbusters. Which at that stage, if they go MPEG-4, then they can do 4K. Because actually 4K is MPEG-5, which is even a smaller file size, but a better picture. So then you can still have the same width of pipe, but you have more, you can put more in it.
Push more into it, yeah.
Yep.
Like a urethra.
A certain urethra, yes.
But I think it's about time to wrap up tonight's show. And
It is about time to wrap it up. We're going on just about 2 hours, dude.
oh my god!
I tell you, this.
So sharp 1 hour windows, huh?
Yeah, right. No, this is amazing. I enjoy this. I enjoy doing this, and I hope we can inspire people out there. And
Oh yeah, this is pretty fun, man.
With
Hopefully they'll start getting more viewers and stuff. And
you got to spread the word.
yeah, definitely.
And it's about time to wrap it up, guys. We'll see you next week. This has been the Alex and Kevin Show, episode number 4. I just want to conclude this night and say to everybody, never give up on your dreams. One day they might come true. And there's going to be obstacles along the way, but you got to persevere and fight through.
And I think I'd like to say, oh shoot.
Brain fart.
Yeah, brain fart. People are put in your life for a reason, and the ones that are there to stay, you'll know it right away.
Yeah.
Don't let them go.
Yep. All right, bro. Well, I will see you next week for the show.
Yeah, that sounds good.
We will see our YouTube faithful next week as well for episode 5. I don't know what we're going to title it yet. I think Dancing Sphincters. I think Dancing Sphincters might be a good one, don't you think?
Yeah, I take lots of I'll get some fart pills and
Ooh.
collace and
Collace.
oh yeah, all that good stuff.
Fiber 1. Fiber 1, let me tell you.
Ooh, yeah, some fiber one with some Metamucil. Hell yeah, take it all, man.
All right, guys. Listen, we'll see you next week for episode 5.
All right, have a good night.
Have a good night, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And we'll see you next week. Bye bye.
All right, bye bye.